Hi team, here is a rapid and simple technique for spiritual awakening and experiencing true, lasting inner peace. We could call this a practice, or a meditation, or a visualization, or a technique. It doesn't actually matter. You need no experience in meditation or spirituality to do this. You just need a little space and a little time, preferably a space in which you won't be disturbed. Just a space that is conducive to your intention to find inner peace and do a little deeper introspection, a little deeper meditation, a little deeper abidance in the presence of being. What we're going to do here is just begin by bringing your attention into the here and now. Just an awareness of what is happening now. Noticing the simplicity of the present moment. Just this. Recognize there is no future. Thoughts of the future, such as planning, worry, anxiety, these are just thoughts. And thoughts arise within the now. The reality of experience is that it's always now. Just this. Just this. To test the validity of that statement, let's just take a moment here to see if we can find the precise moment that the future begins, that it ceases to be now and becomes the future. We spend a lot of time thinking about the next moment, so let us just sit quietly and see if we can find the precise moment that the now becomes the next moment. Experientially, it is only ever now. Time requires your mind to create concepts, thoughts and images. So too we find the past is not a real place, and we can never return to the past, so we can begin to let go of any thoughts of past. The remnants of previous experiences still live in the body and mind, but those too arise within the now. The reality of life, your experience of life, is that it always takes place within this eternal, constant now. So let go. Just a focusing of attention into what is. Just this. And notice, as you do this, there is a lightness of being. There is a stillness. There is a peace that begins to pervade through the body and mind. You can always return to the now. when you're lost in frantic thoughts and feelings, just returning to now. Have you ever noticed the sensations of breathing? Until I just mentioned it then, you'd probably forgotten all about your breathing. But now, just be aware of the sense of breathing. How does it feel in the body? Allow the breath to rise and fall, naturally, in its own time, in its own rhythm. There is no need to force the breath in, nor push the breath out. There is no technique required here, just an awareness of what is. How does it feel to breathe? And just allow this to be, without any opinion, analysis or interpretation. See if it's possible to just purely observe, without any of the mind activity of analysis or interpretation. Just feel the sensation of breathing. Now, once you have found a little space of peace, you will find your mind still chatters and occasionally wanders. This is okay. This is the mind just doing what it does naturally, but when you find your mind wanders, just returning to presence, the sense of being in the here and now, the sensations of breathing, and just allow yourself to be. And within this space of presence, I want you to visualize that you are holding a helium balloon. You can even do the physical gesture of holding in front of you. And simply, whilst still being attentive to the breath and the present moment, just visualize this helium balloon. And you are holding on very tightly because the pull of this helium balloon is incredibly strong. It is pulling and pulling and pulling to try and escape from your grasp. And it is taking some force, some strenuous effort to grasp hold and pull down. That is how strong this helium balloon is. And remaining attentive to the breath and the present moment, we are going to attach some things to this balloon. Now don't worry, we can get any of these things back later if you wish to, if you choose to. You may be surprised at the amount you have no interest in picking back up. So holding this balloon, and we are going to begin attaching some things. The first is your name. Your first name, your last name, middle name, and any titles that you may have also. Any nicknames you have, any words that you feel may describe you in some way. They just attach to this balloon. All names, all labels. Now also attaching any numbers that you feel might represent you in some way. Your age, your height, your weight, your salary, how much you have in the bank. All numbers, data and figures, just attaching that to this balloon as well. So all words, all numbers. These things may represent something about you, but ultimately They are just symbols. Staying attentive to the breath, the here and now of the present moment, and keep grasping tight and pulling down, because this balloon is trying hard to pull out of your grasp. Attaching all of your history. Really do this now. Any memory, any sense of past, just attach to the balloon securely. And all thoughts of future can also be attached to the balloon. And even any concept, idea, or judgment that you have about the present, this present moment. All ideas and concepts relating to time can be attached to this balloon. And it keeps pulling. Hold tight and pull down. Name, numbers, history, future, all anxieties, all resentments, all of that can just be attached to this balloon. And now attaching any image that you have about yourself, along with any beliefs that you have about yourself. Your self-worth, your self-confidence, your self-esteem, your self-body image, all of those things. Any ideas about how people perceive you, and even how you perceive yourself. These are all just beliefs. These are all products of the mind and have no basis in reality. They are just ideas. And attaching all of that to the balloon. As it pulls up, you gotta pull down. Stay attentive to the breath and the present moment. Just this, just this. And even if you do any spiritual practice, all of those concepts and ideas must also be attached to this balloon. Remember, you can get it all back later if you wish, but even spiritual practice needs to be attached to this balloon. And the last thing is the story that you tell yourself about yourself. This story of an individual protagonist, you, moving along a timeline with a beginning, middle and end. A character with all these other characters. All of these narrative events, how you feel about this and that, the past, the future, the now. All of this can be considered a story. The story of you. Just for this time, close that book and attach it to this balloon. And this balloon pulls upwards. Just keep pulling down, hold on tight. So, just one last check to make sure we got everything. Any names? First, last, middle, all nicknames, all titles, any words that have ever been used to describe you attached to this balloon. All numbers that you feel may represent you in some way. Age, height, weight, salary, bank account, attached to the balloon. All past, all history, all of it. All the memories, all the thoughts, they did this to me, I did this to them. Just for this time, that can go on the balloon as well. And all future images, anxieties, plans, concerns, even aspirations, just for this time, just attached to this balloon. Any image. Attach the entirety of the body to this balloon. All beliefs about yourself, self-esteem, self-worth, all images, negative or even positive. Just put all of these beliefs onto this balloon. And the story of you. This story that has been going on for so long and contains all of your suffering, your strife, your turmoil, the entire narrative, the entire story, just for this time. Close that book and attach it to this balloon. Now take a moment to just keep pulling down and grasping tight as this balloon is trying real hard to pull out of your grasp, and reconnect with the breath, just the sense of what is in the here and now, a sense of the true presence of being. Just keep holding and breathe deeply. Powerfully visualize this balloon. What color is it? How does it feel to have it try and pull upwards? It is making your arm quite sore, your hand quite sore, to keep grasping tight, and visualize all of those things that we attached to the balloon, all of those concepts, all of those ideas and beliefs, all of that content of the mind attached to this balloon. Breathing deeply, feel that pull and let go. My gratitude to you for doing this practice with me today. I hope that it has been useful for you. Thank you for watching. Take care, be well, and stay present.